Does a bruised shoulder by Brock Osweiler prevent Vernon Davis from catching the expletive-deleted football?
Yeah, he should be catching those kind of
That
things.
was a horrible drop he had late early in the fourth quarter, I believe it was. That first down and a whole lot more would have brought back a spike to keep the Broncos mentally in this football game. And instead, the Steelers rode that momentum into getting the go-ahead touchdown. And I know you'll give us more on the silliness that happened later. But from what I saw, Brock didn't look affected in the shoulder. Two things happened. A, drops. And B, goodness gracious, man, give your own team's defense some credit. The pressure they got on Osweiler in the new regime away from Dick LeBeau was impressive. Very good stuff. Granted, we've cited the Broncos as needing more protection ever since the earlier part of this year. It wasn't just because of Peyton Manning. This is not a good blocking team. Osweiler had to get a number of yards running the football in situations. I was impressed with the Steelers' pressure. Fantastic stuff. Weasel.
So late in the third quarter, the Broncos had a big special teams play. The Steelers punted the ball away, and there were two Steelers players that, the Broncos guy didn't, go for it. So still two Steelers players were going to the football as it was, stopping at about the 28-yard line. And the Steelers players didn't pick it up, though. So somebody made a pretty heads-up play. It was Broncos returner Juwan Norwood. Because they didn't secure the ball and officially then down it there, you had Juwan. He picked up the ball and then he burst. He burst away and he ran that punt return 72 yards for a touchdown.
And he's gone.
And yeah, there was a problem with that though.
What? He's gone.
So I think the Broncos sideline, they were like, oh, Steelers guys, they touched the ball, we're good.
Yeah, but he was
so
good. He was good.
They had about, I think it was maybe 5-10 players from the Broncos come onto the field. And the thing about that return, 72-yard return, he was just missing tackle. He was just he was going. Nobody could stop him. The Steelers, he just found a way to get in the end zone, and he was gone. But the thing is that there was a flag, and the flag was an illegal substitution. The Broncos were trying to substitute 6 players into when they were in the field of play.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
they thought the play was over just like the Steelers did, and oops.
And he made, Juwan Norwood, he made a great play.
Oh, no,
it was heads up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's the kind of thing that it's nitpicky, but it's in the rules.
No, hold up. The cardinal rule for any football player is you listen for the expletive deleted whistle. That apparently means when you're on the bench, you listen to the whistle as well. Bottom line.
Yeah, because that was one of those things where a touchdown would have changed things a lot. So with
I think that's true in a lot of games, but I digress.
If you're up by 40 or 50 and you score a touchdown, big deal.
Well, that happens a lot. You're right.
So instead of having that touchdown, with 4:20 remaining in the game, scored tied at 27 all, Brock was intercepted by Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier. That led to a 23-yard touchdown pass to one Antonio Brown, which ended up being the game-winning score. So, the thing about the Steelers team, defense, at times, but the thing is how scary of a team are the Steelers?
First off, let's be clear. What was the difference in the first half for the Steelers defense versus the second?
Not giving up points.
Excellent analysis, Weasel Weeze. I'm more referring to the fact that the blitzing was just all over the place, just not organized. They didn't know what they were doing. They looked, basically that first half looked like week 1 against the Patriots.
And it was, I think, the one play where Emmanuel Sanders had a huge, long touchdown. I think William Gay was lined up for a quarterback blitz, and the linebackers just let him go. So
yeah,
I think they blitzed. I think they blitzed 2 corners or 2 safeties on that play. Someone wasn't supposed to blitz or blitzed.
Right.
And I don't remember who it was. I remember watching But I think it was either safety or they were like a safety in a corner thought they were both blitzing, and they both blitzed, and they left Emmanuel Sanders wide open down the field.
Bottom line.
Yep.
And Osweiler has shown he's smart enough to hit that. Not that it takes rocket science, but there you go. So miscues like that were the onus for the performance of the first half by the Broncos, taking nothing away from Brock Osweiler. I think he still had a good game overall and played well enough through the whole shoulder thing. And yes, I'm blaming Vernon Davis, which honestly, to see him drop as many passes as he has, the conspiracy theory I'm letting out is like some of the other Broncos who retired, I think he too has something in his head that he's traumatized and worried about taking a hit. You know, and I'm not
getting like alligator arms or something like that.
Kind of, yeah. And I'm not
cringes up.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it to hold it against the guy. I'm saying it to try to find a way to explain how he's dropped all these passes.
Yeah, he was a former number 5 overall pick.
Very good, Weasel Wheeze. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Guess what? Time for the study hall. All right, Chris. Where are we at?
All right, we are. Let's see, get back to it. Closed. All right. Last week was the best week that we did as a panel all season long.
Yeah, yo.
I was 11-4, Weasel was 12-3, and Kyle was 13-2. So Kyle takes the lead now by 1 game going into tonight. But she has the Saints, and I have the Lions.
Huh? Who do I got?
You have the Saints.
So
I got this.
So Chris, you know what? I'll creep it up. Next game.
All right, first game. You got the first pick. It was going to be Thursday night. You got the Chargers at the Raiders.
Look, as much as I called out the Chargers for being soft, I'm going to do it again. I picked them against the Dolphins. I'm not brave enough to pick the Chargers twice. It might cost me a game, but I have the Carter Cooper combo. I have the Raiders. Chris.
Yeah, it's not going to try to cost you a game, because I'm going to go to the Carter Cooper combo. I got the Raiders.
I have got the Chargers.
I was about to say, you can't pick the Roethlisberger here. Instead, you're going to go with the fraud burger.
Gaining a game with the Chargers.
Wow. You're going to get the ball and you're going to score.
Hey.
Next game.
Next, you get the Skins at the Eagles.
Yeah, I have, as much as I have insisted that I cannot have faith in Kirk Cousins, I have even less faith in the Eagles defense. I have the Redskins for the second week in a row. I'm picking them. Chris.
Yeah, I'm picking the Redskins also, even though most of the time when I pick them, they lose. I'm going to be okay with that. Win-win for me.
All right, fair enough. Weasel.
I'm at odds for my fantasy football team because I want to start Kirk Cousins. Because the thing is Kirk Cousins does play well on the road, but he's pretty much, the Eagles are like one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. So I'm a little bit torn right there, but I would say the Redskins got it, and I think this will give them the division. So Redskins.
Boom.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are the second worst, because the Giants are the worst.
Oh.
Pass defense.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NFC least next game.
You get the Patriots at the Jets.
Okay. As cute as that story is, with, he got punched in the face, they're about to make the playoffs, it all ends here. Yeah, I get it that the Jets have something to play for, and the Patriots don't. But I can't do it. I have the Patriots. Chris.
Yeah, and I can't do it either. The Jets need to win out, and they need a loss by either the Broncos, the Steelers, or the Chiefs in order to make it in. Which is weird because they were ahead going into this last weekend, and they won, and they dropped back 2 games. Dropped back because of both teams playing against the AFC and they played against an NFC team. But the Jets need to win it. It was a close game beginning of the season, even when they had Gronk there.
Yeah.
They're missing Amendola and Edelman. It's gonna be a little tough, but I still think the Patriots, even though they might want to sit down with the Jets, get in there because they might have a better chance of beating the Jets in the playoffs than they do maybe some other teams.
Did you just say they're missing Armadillo? Oh, Amendola. My bad.
Amendola.
Weasel.
I think the Patriots, they're not going to lay down this game, and the Jets really do need it, and their defense has been playing all right. So it's a division game, and I got the Jets.
Hey, if I'm Belichick, I am closing the door on the Jets while I still can, because that is the one game I'm afraid of, because division rivalry, because the fact that they're one drop pass by Brandon Marshall away from taking me to overtime, and on and on and on. Get them the hell out of here. Okay, Chris.
All right, next you got the Texans at the School for the Deaf and Blind. I mean the Tennessee Titans.
Anybody? Oh, wait, the Texans?
Texans versus the Titans.
Yeah, never mind. I got the Texans, Chris.
Yeah, I got the Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
Mariota's hurt. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
Defense.
Because defense. Next.
You got the Browns at the Chiefs.
Anybody?
I'm going to put us all down for the Chiefs.
Okay, very
Yeah,
good. Moving on.
yeah.
9th win in a row for your Chiefs. Next.
You got the Colts at the Fins.
This is compelling. I know for a fact that you have Charlie Whitehurst or Matt Hasselbeck starting this game. Maybe Andrew Luck. There was whispers of it. I just don't see it. In a situation like this where you have two mediocre teams, I'm going to go with the team that still has their starting quarterback. God, am I really about to do that? There goes my lead. I got the Dolphins, Chris.
I originally had the Dolphins here, and how bad they lost to the Chargers the other day. I just can't do it. I mean, I keep trying to pick the Dolphins, and they keep, disappointing me all the time. But it is going to be Charlie Whitehurst. They have no other backup, and if he gets hurt, it's going to be the punter Pat McAfee, and he might even be better than the Dolphins defense. So I'm going to go Colts.
Wow. Did you just say Pat McAfee might be better than the Dolphins defense?
Yes, I did.
Wow. We're recording this, right? That this will live.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Even though they've been playing terrible this season, I'll take the Dolphins.
You want to know what the sad part is? Even though they've been terrible this season, could have applied to either team. I'm just saying. Chris!
All right, we got the Jags at the Saints.
God, talk about a real who gives a damn game, huh, guys? Yeah, I'm stalling. I'll tell you. You know what? I got the Jags. Screw it. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going Jags also.
Weasel.
Jags versus
Saints. Contrarian.
Jags need it. So
You're going to go contrarian. I'm feeling it.
I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Shootout. I'll go with the Jags.
Oh, he picks against Drew Brees in a shootout, too. I'm a little surprised. Next game, Chris.
Next, you got the Niners at the Lions.
Ooh, I was about to go anybody, but I don't. Yeah. Good God. You know what? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Situation where you have two games like this, I'm going to go with the team that has their starting quarterback. I don't count Blaine Gabbert. I have the Lions. Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions, too. They have the lead right now over the Saints anyway, so I'm going to go Lions.
Did I pick the Saints?
Tonight, yes, you did.
Damn it. What's wrong? Stupid in-laws. Ugh, Weasel.
I got the Lions.
You know, and I remember, I think I even said it out loud last week when I picked that Saints game for tonight. If they lose, I can blame it on my in-laws. Chris, next game.
All right, you got the Cowboys at the Bills.
Anybody? Anybody picking the Cowboys?
No, it's a tough pick. I mean, I don't know. I'm up in the air. I was just saying you're picking first.
Yeah, I'm going
You
to.
do have honors.
When you have two teams like this, you go with the one that has their starting quarterback. I have Tyrod Taylor and company.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bills, too. I mean, even though the Cowboys' defense is better, I still don't think the Bills could win. I'm still picking the Bills.
So
See, at this point, you lose either way, Weasel. You either go contrarian, or you either pick the Bills anyway, and I make fun of you for not just rolling with me when I said anybody. So really,
I guess it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I'm going to say the there's going to be a score by the Dallas defense that's going to be really needed, so I will pick the Cowboys.